anyway. So we do all of our errands on one day. I try not to go into town very often. It unsettles your routine. If you're off grid, it's easier if you stay off grid. The more you go into town and kind of disrupt your schedule, the harder it is to get back into that routine. So we will be back tonight. I have milking to do tonight. We have lots of errands to run, lots of laundry to do, and I have some editing to do.
And
so,
I wish I could sit in the front seat.
Yeah, but you're not tall enough, are you? So that is my recommendation. If you're going to be off grid, stay off grid as much as you can. But when you do go into town, make as much use as you can of that time and of those energy saving devices. Laundry is not difficult as far as washing the laundry. What is difficult is the hauling of the water. Even though we only use about 12 gallons to get one load of laundry done in a week, that's still 12 trips to the pump, or 6 trips to the pump if you have 2 1-gallon water jugs. The girls do all the hauling for me, but and it's good. We do laundry if we're not planning on coming into town. But again,
I still don't like it though.
Yeah, I know, but your muscles are getting really big, aren't they? Did you see how big your arm muscles are getting? So, it's delightful. Make use of the fun, simple life that you're living when you're off grid, but don't be stupid. Don't try to keep it so pure that you burn yourself out. Hey guys, laundry is a big one. Last week we did off-grid laundry and it was fun, it was effective, we got our laundry done, it was wonderful. I didn't need to run into town and so I did my laundry off-grid. Today I knew I was coming into town and it was time to do laundry again, and I made the choice. I'm going into town already. I'm going to be forced to be in there for 12 hours because Kaya had her baseball game at 7 o'clock at night. And we were going in early in the morning to get things like jerky done, which would take about 7 hours to dry. So I had it very puzzle pieced together so that if we got there early in the morning, I'd start the jerky would go all day, we'd go to Kaya's baseball practice, and then we go back home off grid. And I would be sitting here twiddling my thumbs if I hadn't brought laundry. So it's about making use and being efficient with your time and not feeling guilty about it. So the point of the cheat day is not really to cheat. What it is to kind of examine what it is you're missing in your off-grid life and find a replacement so that you can do all these things at home off-grid. For instance, I really like having a dehydrator. I use my dehydrator that's the open air dehydrator next to the wood burning stove in the winter, and I can use it out in a warm place in the summer, but I can't do meat in it, so I can't do jerky. So one of the things that I've really been longing to do is to build one of those really big, beautiful solar dehydrators that can get up to 160 degrees. So that's something I need to do. The other thing I see is that when I have a really big load of laundry, I feel really bad about having my kids haul that much water. And so I think what I need to do instead is to have a bigger storage container next to the house that I can pump out of, so that every day the girls can take a couple extra gallons of water and pour it into that tank for later use rather than having to haul 12 gallons of water all at once on laundry day. So I'm still trying to improve my systems, but I'm giving myself a break in the meantime, and hopefully that was helpful. For those of you who are curious about the recipes that I'm doing, the book that I like to use is Dining on a Dime. Yesterday we made our third batch of baking powder biscuits out of that, and if you're paleo, what you do is you take the flour and you replace one of the cups of flour with tapioca starch, and the other cup you replace with the fava bean, garbanzo bean mix flour that you can get at the health food store. So those two flours, I put them together and they make amazing, amazing biscuits. The jerky that I made today was also from that cookbook. So if you need to make jerky and you want it to be gluten-free, just get your gluten-free amino acid coconuts, or coconut, it's kind of like tamari sauce. It's called coconut aminos, I believe. Or you can do the gluten-free soy sauce. But we do a lot better when we have those kind of high protein snacks on hand. I can work harder, I can do more when I have simple, easy recipes around that don't take me all day to make. So it supports our channel if you get that book. If you already have the book, I will put the link in the description for the dehydrator that I love. That dehydrator was a wedding, was it a wedding or a birthday present? I think it was a wedding present from my mom when John and I got married. And it's the Nesco. My mom has had some really expensive dehydrators, but we always come back to this particular one. It's amazing. Hopefully you have a great day, and if you have any questions about off-grid life that you feel like I've missed, make sure to let me know. Thanks. So the reason why when you're off-grid you need to make sure you're building some ease into it is that it takes time to set up systems. So I'm buying meat instead of growing rabbits right now because I don't have the cages set up the way I want to. I have rabbits ready to go, but I need to have the feed. I need to have the container for the feed so that the mice are not getting into it. I need to, with my watering system, make sure that I am doing something that is doable. So you have to build these into your system.